The most natural thing to drink is water, in that sense. What is the most natural thing to eat? Breast milk, via nursing, would be the most natural thing, both to drink and to eat. A matter of choice. And there's no nature involved, except maybe to follow your own nature and your natural tendency to grow your food or to kill it, eat it raw or cook it, share it out or hoard it. Follow your own path and see your belly full. With my heritage being South Asian, the expected answer should probably be rice. It's rice with everything. Personally, I'd go with broccoli steamed. I'm a carnivore through and through, but I could live on broccoli. Baby trees would keep me alive for a long, long time, and I have it with nearly every meal. Prefer tender stem, but I'll take it how it comes. It's got to be fruits right off the tree. I mean, picture this: you're strolling through an orchard, the sun's shining, and you pluck a juicy apple or a ripe peach straight from the branch. It's like nature's fast food. No cooking or processing involved, just you, a tree, and a snack that didn't need a marketing team. Mother Nature's drive-through at its finest. For adults, the seeds of grasses. Check out this list of seeds of grasses we eat: wheat, oats, rice, corn, barley, rye, millet. Altogether, the taxonomic family Gramineae. Grass is responsible for 51% of all calories eaten by humans. Hell, even sugarcane is a grass, although it's the stalks that give us our addictive sugar substance. Nuts, berries, leaves, mushrooms, and the occasional small serving of lean meat. The most important nutrient missing from the modern diet that was very present in the early human diet is plenty of fiber. The recommended daily amount is 25-35 grams, not milligrams, depending on birth sex, higher for males. But the average American eats less than 10-15 grams daily. Nuts, berries, leaves, mushrooms, and the occasional small serving of lean meat. The most important nutrient missing from the modern diet that was very present in the early human diet is plenty of fiber. The recommended daily amount is 25-35 grams, not milligrams, depending on birth sex, higher for males. But the average American eats less than 10-15 grams daily. Nuts, berries, leaves, mushrooms, and the occasional small serving of lean meat. The most important nutrient missing from the modern diet that was very present in the early human diet is plenty of fiber. The recommended daily amount is 25-35 grams, not milligrams, depending on birth sex, higher for males. But the average American eats less than 10-15 grams daily. Water is the natural thing to drink. BC, it was pretty much the only thing to drink for eons. It's also mostly flavorless, so you can't exactly not like it, but it really depends on where you live. However, there is no perfectly flavor and texture neutral food, and naturally occurring foods would depend on where you are. TL drive, there is none. Meat and fats. We can literally survive off these alone, and the latter is a nutritional necessity. For those suggesting fruits and maybe grains, I will only say that they have never seen what the wild or ancestral versions of these look like. Basically, most fruits only became edible through human intervention. Fruits and vegetables most likely don't really need to do anything to prepare them like a lot of other edible things. Don't have to cook them like meat to avoid potential health issues. Don't have to process them like turning wheat into flour. You just eat them as is and you're good, so they're the most natural. Unprocessed whole foods. Probably root vegetables, meat, and fruit. A lot of fruits and vegetables have changed over the years because of agriculture. We've spent far fewer years as an agricultural species than we did as hunter-gatherers. 90% of human existence has been as hunter-gatherers. Probably fruits is actually meant to be eaten as you're helping the plant disperse its seeds. Also, I read somewhere that the fat monkeys, and by extension, humans, can see red is so we could tell which fruits were ripe. So apparently eating fruits was important for our evolution. Omnivores are typically dominant in every ecosystem as a result of having so many options to sustain them. For humans, I think it is more of a question of what is the most natural tool or method on hand to get food. Most cultures have some kind of grain eaten with most meals, whether it be toast, rice, naan, or other variants of bread. So depending on how you were raised, it's probably the plain version of this. Fruit, nuts, and vegetables would be my pick. Naturally occurring and part of the human diet for basically our whole existence. They're found in virtually every human culture and cuisine. Breast milk. It's the only food that's naturally made for specifically humans, at least infants, to consume. Technically, you're drinking it, but it's food and you're consuming it. Leafy greens and fruit from the trees. Just think we could be laid naked next to a stream eating fruit and greens and fucking like bunnies. But, oh no, we need jobs and shit. In the words of Kyle Kinane, you can just pick up a fish and take a bite out of it. Like you have to do more work to eat a potato. That fish is clearly meant to be food. There isn't. Not everything has a correspondence. Nature doesn't owe us order. Say drink mostly water. Eat whatever we can, and eating a bit pf everything is best for us. Fruits and raw vegetables, as like water, they're easiest to procure. Getting meat is inherently a risk, as you need to kill something that will defend itself. Fruit and vegetables, that's what our teeth are designed for. That's what our digestive system is designed for, same as the strength of our bile. Nothing in today's marketplace. Everything has been genetically altered to fit our diets. Apples, bananas, beef, chicken, rice. IDFK maybe tree nuts, I guess. A wild edible plant in your area. The next thing would be an animal you hunted yourself. But we have to cook this, so in a way it's slightly less natural. We are omnivores, so I'd say meat and vegetables. Reason why I didn't say fruits is because I learned we should only eat fruit earlier in the day. Given our foraging heritage, the most natural things to eat would likely be a mix of berries, nuts, roots, and leaves. I'd say fruit. Fruiting plants literally rely on animals to eat it and then poop out the seeds so they can reproduce. There's 2 things you can eat for the rest of your life to still get all the nutrition you need: cabbage and liver. Berries, fruits, nuts. Cracking a nut is a weird feeling, like a thing I'm supposed to do. Like sitting by a fire. You need a variety of foods to maintain a healthy diet. So I guess the most natural thing is a variety of things. Beans, if you have to choose the most complete, balanced food to sustain you, and it can only be one, it's beans. Fruits, veggies, and some proteins with a little natural fat and a few minerals. Mix them together to taste. Original nutrients would be most natural from milk, particularly breast milk. Actual food nutrients. Eggs. Natural water without water is no longer very natural when they add neurotoxins to it. Probably meat and fruit. Fruit is easy to pick, and we evolved in Africa where fruit can grow year-round. Probably game meat and berries, different fruits, since that's what we ate when we hunted our own food. Fruit straight off a tree, or vegetables that come eaten straight from the plant without cooking. Bugs. They were a staple in almost every human diet. They're also incredibly rich in nutrients. Since most creatures are mostly water, wouldn't it be logical to say the flesh of living beings? The first word that came to my mind was pussy, but that probably wasn't what you were thinking. Potatoes. They're uniquely capable to sustain a human without any other food. So, potato FTW, the thing closest to you that provides nutritional value and will help more than harm you. I think it depends where you live, but I think bananas or avocados are good candidates. Fruits and vegetables. But when I think about it, for some reason weed comes to mind. Fruit and veg, I guess. Stuff that grows naturally from Earth and is alright to eat. Probably berries, as they are numerous, and you can eat them as they are like fruits. Generic edible plants, fruits, and small to moderate amounts of unseasoned meat. Plants, leaves. There are so many edible plants you can pick up during a walk. As we evolved with cooking, it is perfectly natural to eat what's on the menu. Life consumes in order to survive, so the general answer would be life. Actually, the first thing we ever drink is breast milk up, rice or potatoes, as are the only 2 foods you can survive on solo. Pretty sure the most natural thing to drink is Gamer Girl bathwater. For me, it used to be bread, but it varies from country to country. Fruit. It's bright and attractive and smells good. All systems go. In the sense of your question, dirt or air would be most natural. Just get down to the ground and start mowing down on that grass. It's not wind or fire, So it must be either earth or heart. Vegetables personally foraged or prey personally butchered. Animals gathered fruits and vegetables and other plants. Raw meat, fruits, vegetables, and berries. Presumably, the most natural is the most bullshit declaration. Whatever is edible in the area, both plant and animal, fruits and veggies is my guess. Things from the earth, bananas I'd think. Or some other kind of jungle foods. Why is no one say bread? Isn't it bread and water? Slime and lip, there's enough slime for everyone. Bread. Nearly every culture has some sort of bread.